You're the dungeon master in the Geek and Sundry web series Critical Role, where he leads other voice actors through Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And we were off air. We were just talking because we've had on a lot of different D&D players, and two of the big high profile ones are both Joe Manganiello and Matthew Lillard, who have both referenced you, talked about your involvement in it too. And we joked about it because Joe has said when he was growing up, he was big into D&D. Then he got into football. He was playing. He's a jock, and then he came back to play it again. But he told me inside my interview with him that his spirit of the athlete to try to win has been there. And then you kind of said the same thing. He's in it.
He's of most people I've played with, there are few. No, really, there's none as driven and as evangelical about the game as Joe, and it's amazing. It's inspiring. I've had the opportunity to play with him many times. We've talked about it ad nauseum, and this is the kind of guy where if you told him D&D sucks, he would just punch you.
Who would say that to him?
Yeah, well, nobody would. Well,
I'd be scared to do that.
None that still exist, as far as I know. They just kind of disappear into the distant sky and a little ching shine.
Yeah, you can see it. For sure.
In the D&D community, like the Critical Role community in general is incredible. I don't know how much you guys know, but it's
the critters. Tell me.
It's so big. It's amazing. Like, do you have any idea that it was going to become this?
Oh no! I mean, this entire ride for the past 4 years none of it's been expected. It's been kind of a perpetual space of wait, what? This is
a little funny story because I've
please.
told this when you were Critical Role's an empire right now. It's doing so well. But we used to meet for creative projects. Me, Mercer, friend Jack Conway, and writing partner Matt Key, and we'd meet like every Thursday. And there was one night. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but I remember looking at you and you were like, "Guys, I don't know if we can meet next week. We're going to be trying something new on this. Like, we're going to tape some D&D." And we're like, "Okay, maybe the week after."
It's just blown up.
So I know for a fact they didn't think that,
So how does it catch on? Like the people just kind of, it's just the way that it's set up, and people just kind of, they took this. Maybe there's a bunch of people who didn't know about D&D, but you guys introduced it.
It's
is
that
what it is?
Yeah. It's a lot of things, and we're still figuring it out ourselves. In hindsight, I think it speaks to one. The fact that we have a generation that was raised on very short form narratives, 3 to 5 minute YouTube videos, and a lot of impersonal forms of media where it's either film, television, or playing over Xbox Live. And tabletop gaming has been this kind of rediscovered means of spending your time with your friends in person, face to face, creating something together that a lot of people have either never know it existed or had no access to it, or missed that from when they grew up and it was a big part of their childhood and young adulthood, all coming together. And it's disproven the idea that there isn't an audience for long form media. And honestly, the show is its show. I'm proud of that, but the thing I'm most proud of is, like you said, the community that's come out of it. The people that have come together around our show have kind of become the thing I'm most proud of. They're so supportive. They're genuinely kind of this force for good in the geek sphere, which often gets a lot of bad attention with a lot of fandoms. And I'm blown away and super proud of all the critters out there.
Well,
it's crazy.
That's the trick. And you're right, because that's one of the things I'm most proud of. We do the movie trivia Schmodown, and the community, it's very positive, it's supportive, and it makes you feel good about what you're doing and about the fact that your message is getting out there because you want people to have fun. That's what all this, whether you're watching movies or playing D&D, you just want people to have fun. But I noticed you got a ring on the finger too.
Yep.
Does your wife play D&D?
She's on the show.
She's
on the show.
Yeah.
Marissa Ray is on that way.
She's also the creative director of Critical Role, so she's a badass.
Okay, so this is my thing, though. This is why I ask. I ask this because that's another reason. Do you have children?
We do not have children now.
See?
You have a
I'm
bird.
so jealous.
We have a bird. It's
Not
a
jealous.
child.
I love my kids. But what I'm saying here is that he's got, I can't watch The Thing because my wife won't watch it at night. I've never seen The Thing, the John Carpenter's thing. You get to play. Your wife's the damn creative director of this thing, and you get to play. I mean, this is just one more thing to be able to do because that's so much more encouraging.
Christian's trying to sell his children. He's trying to auction off his
or
children.
teach them how to play D&D.
Honestly, D&D. One thing that's really come out of the recent resurgence in tabletop gaming is families playing together. It's become a way for kids and teenagers to reconnect with their parents during times where it's generally more tumultuous.
Yeah,
and they have a family game night once or every week or two where they play and create this together, and it's formed like stronger bonds at times where it would be hard to connect. I love it.
And do you think that's because so I actually enjoy competitive games where I get to destroy my friends and win. So D&D was actually hard for me to get into because I'm like, what do you mean we have to collaborate? Like, I don't get to beat you, you know?
Yeah, totally.
So
You
but
could turn on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
That's
roll
true.
a
That's
20
true.
for treachery.
Goes really well.
That's true. But do you think that's what it is? It's because you have to actually, like, people have to come together and work as a team, you know, and try and are trying to achieve the same goal, and you have to actually like work with people and be a team player.
Yeah, it's collaborative, and it's one thing to be like, all right, we're trying to beat this board game together. You did some good rolls, cool, we're done. It's another to have weeks and months of a long form story where you are helping each other when you're low and celebrating each other when you're victorious, and it becomes just this very positive, reinforcing bonding experience, whether they be friends or family. So yeah.
So because how many people are involved in the as far as like the creative team with Critical Role right now?
Our main group of players, it's me as the Dungeon Master, and we have 7 players. 6 most of the time. One of our players is Ashley Johnson in the show Blind Spot, so she's in New York for most of the year, but we're hopefully getting her back soon. So that's us there, and then just kind of as time has gone on, we've had to grow just to keep up with all of this. So we have a really talented team that helm our production, that helm our social media, and we're just kind of trying to keep up with all the things that are being required of us in the social sphere.
Right. Well, that's my question because you're very busy as far as voice acting too. You're doing a lot of different things. Do you find some conflicts sometimes where you have to work and you get a lot of time you got to put into?
Yeah, we're part of the hiring process has been difficult because one, it feels weird to have a company that grew out of this, but it was out of necessity because we're only able to do so much as people, and either we have to stop doing what we're doing or any of the possibilities that come out of it, or we have to bring people that we trust on board to handle that responsibility. So it's been a lot of very careful vetting and bringing in people that we either can trust or we've come to trust to handle and delineate responsibility to, and it's turned into a fantastic team.
Captain Treachery over there wouldn't be on the team.
No.
By herself.
But,
No, can I just be the villain?
Yes, you already are.
You are. And I know you pretty well. I know you're a very humble man
bragging.
by nature. No,
You're not.
I just know you're very humble. I know you're a very humble man by nature, but you guys have just
Now kiss.
You're in the process of the most historic Kickstarter campaign ever.
How historic? Tell me why. What's going on?
Oh man,
You have no idea.
No, I don't. I want to know.
It's crazy.
Okay, so as part of our show, we've been running it for 4 years now. We've always thought the idea would be fun to do something animated, but we don't have the budget for it, and we pitched it around a little while. But it's hard to go to these big, Netflix and Hulu and these companies and be like, we want to do a cartoon about our Dungeons and Dragons game, and everyone's like, what do you mean?
Chomp chomp. Who's the lead?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
So it was hard to do, and we were pretty much about to give up. And then we decided, well, we'll go ahead and try Kickstarter. We'll see if we can at least fund maybe like 22 minutes of animation to say that we did it, and just to see that it existed. So we put up a Kickstarter, we put up stretch goals, and within the first day, we blew through all of our stretch goals. Wow. We've been out for a little over about 2 weeks,
About 2 weeks,
almost,
yeah.
and we're sitting at around almost 7.8 million.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
They
were on Forbes and everything. Like it's
It's
crazy.
the most successful Kickstarter for any like film or media.
Wow, it's incredible.
We did not expect. It has been absolutely insane.
Cody, do me a favor. Send my resume to Matt Mercer.
It's the craziest thing.
So you're gonna start playing D&D now?
I'll do whatever you want. Let's serve you coffee. 7.8 mil, dude. Congratulations. That's fantastic.
insane.
Thank
That
you.
goes back to exactly what you were saying, though. That is what I wish people would look at. It's because what you did is the reason why you got that support is because not only the creative, it's because of the community that you built. Because that community supports what you do, and because of that, that's why you're so successful. It's not about trying to just say, well, you know what, they'll like this if we do. That person did that, so why don't we do that? No, you followed exactly what the creative was, and you trusted in your audience. Good on you guys, man.
Thank
That's
you.
that's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah,
been a-
congratulations. That's incredible.
Thank you. It's been a very big basis of every step we've taken in this is trusting that the reason people are even here is because we're being honest and genuine to ourselves and what we want to do, and we want to try and make them proud.
That's good, man. All right, well, look, we said nice things about you, so you're going to buy us lunch.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, no.